Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It's Saturday morning. I wanted to continue my series on this great box set and the album ranking of each one inside. So far, I've given their first and second 10 out of 10. So their debut album, and Van Halen 2. Again, both 10s out of 10s. Today I'm going to look at their third studio album, The Great Women and Children First. Make a thumbnail. Before I get into the ranking, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection, like these guys here. So as I said in previous videos, I have their first one, as I just drop it, sorry. I have this one here on vinyl as well. And that was pretty much it for the David Lee Roth era. I did have, and do have, sorry, 3 of the great CDs by the band, which include Sammy Hagar of Montrose fame. If you haven't heard Montrose, check them out for sure. So I have For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, OU812, and Balance. All great albums. I've still yet to get 5150, but all 4 albums by Sammy Hagar went #1, which was awesome. But let's digress and get back to this one here, Women and Children First. It's a great album. It's just a great album. You almost forget, and I haven't listened to Van Halen in a long time, and you can almost take them for granted at a time, and because there's so much other music out there, and I got into so much other music, but looking back and listening back to them, they're just, first 3 albums so far anyway, I've been just blown away again. You've heard these songs so much, and you've listened to these songs so much, again, you take it for granted, but I'm finding now where I'm at now in my knowledge of music and listening of music, different types of music. I'm respecting the music more, I'm getting into it more, I understand it more, and that makes it a better sound to me. You can hear 1,000 songs and just kind of whatever, but once you start and listen and understand the tracks and understand the playing and everything else, it just makes these great albums that have been around for a long time just, again, sound better. So Women and Children First, the third studio album by the band, released in 1980. It was the first album to have all songs written by the band completely. There were no covers on the album like the first 2 albums. They started to get heavier. It had more studio overdubs, and it was the first and only time to feature a backup female singer on Could This Be Magic, featuring Nicolette Larson. It's the first and only time they had a backup singer, just like I can't remember what song it is now. Rush had 1 female backup singer. Time Stands Still, first and only time. So it was cool that they experimented into that. The first single is the Cradle Will Rock, and the great Everybody Wants Some. It's the for the first minute and a half, it's Everyone Who Wants Some is just filled with almost like jungle sounds, um, with yeah, it's just an awesome beginning to a song. Where the first two albums were basically party albums and great albums. I'll give you again a 10 out of 10. Um, this one here is a heavier and more mature sound by the band. Again, they did their own writing. Um, Eddie's playing became more versatile. He started to experiment with more keyboards because he wanted to experiment with that type of sound. Bit of a struggle in the beginning as David Lee Roth wanted to continue the party aspect of the band, but the band itself wanted to become more serious and be taken more serious. So it kind of made for a split later on down the road, but it's just basically still a blast of straight ahead rock and roll, and it's an awesome journey. You got the boogie styles of Fools, with another great intro. That's the thing about Van Halen, their intros are just freaking amazing. The manic Loss of Control, which starts out with the Tora Tora, almost a heavy metal sound. At first, it almost sounds like Metallica. And then I think there's about 54 seconds, and then it goes into Loss of Control, which has a lot of punk elements to it. Then you got the country blues, Take Your Whiskey Home, kind of a David Lee Roth song, and the acoustic sound of Could This Be Magic. They also attempted a kind of a power ballad in a simple rhyme. Romeo's Delight is a heavy tune with big bass sounds. Eddie's solos are growing from straight ahead, just shredding, more versatile. And this album just shines. It's a more mature and original product, again, when they wrote their own songs by just these four guys. They wanted to be taken more seriously, and they did it right with this album. It's definitely an album you need to listen to. I can't play, and I'm not going to play anything from it, but I will share the Spotify playlist below. But again, I'm going to give this another 10 out of 10. Just a straight ahead rock and roll, heavy metal, punk, acoustic, countrified. It's a real versatile album by these four guys. And I think it's awesome. So again, and the Cradle Will Rock, Everybody Wants Some, Fools, Romeo Delight, Tora Tora, Loss of Control, Take Your Whiskey Home, Could This Be Magic, in a simple rhyme. So far, this box set has 10 out of 10. Again, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And 10 out of 10. Again, let me try another thumbnail here. Next, coming up, where is it here? I'll be checking out Fair Warning, their fourth studio album, and see how it makes out. But so far, this box set's getting a 10 out of 10. Still 3 albums to go. So we'll see. I know 1984 is probably going to be a 10 out of 10, but I'm not sure about Fair Warning and Diver Down. We'll see. Anyway, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you again to all that have liked and subscribed so far. And thank you for all your great comments. I want to continue to respond to those comments. They've been awesome. I greatly appreciate it. Please continue to subscribe, to like, to comment, put your feelings down about these albums, see how you feel about them, and yeah, look for more from Van Halen. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.